Hello and welcome to the Cabinet of Creations, where you will find horror, beauty and the perfectly imperfect. Hello and welcome! I started this doll off by doing her top and her trousers, her poofy trousers, and then doing some socks. And then I go in for the body blushing using Panpastels. Even though some of the legs actually cover with the clothes, I still like to do things anyway because know me, my plans might change. After you finish with the blushing and the pastels, you spray with Mr. Super Clear to save all your work. And this becomes very handy, as you'll see later in the face up. And don't forget to subscribe to see the next videos, like and share, sharing is caring. The next video is either going to be a garden statue, Monster High doll, a circus backdrop, and I have another clown that I've almost done as well. I think it's probably going to go circus backdrop, garden statue. I'm not positive, but anyway, if you subscribe it doesn't matter because you'll get to see it. I try to zoom in as much as possible here to show you the process of detailing the hands. I like to darken the knuckle area just to give it some definition, and also around the nails, and actually give this Coco the Clown a little French manicure. Yeah, better than my nails they are, there you go. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, it just really helps so much for your support. Thank you. Because this doll was out of my stock box, I just inserted a film here of a previous doll head where I removed the hair using boiling water, screwdriver and some pliers. I love that bit, pulling out the glue. Oh, I love it. And here we go with the actual doll head now, just removing her factory makeup with pure acetone. There we go, all nice and clean. Because I know what colour hair I'm going to give her is like a gorgeous teal, one of my favourite colours. I'm actually going in on her scalp, just in case you can see through the mane of hair, which I doubt you will, as you'll see later. But I'll just do this anyway, just in case. I was going to leave her holes where her ears used to be, because they're going to be so covered with all the hair anyway. I just couldn't do it, so I went over with some toilet paper and super glue and made it really nice and hard there. I know it's not smooth, but it doesn't matter because I didn't want to waste my time doing it really smooth when you'll never ever see it or feel it or anything once the hair's on. I much prefer to use that time doing the other stuff for the doll. I wanted Coco the Clown to be balancing, so I made these. I can't actually remember where the cardboard tubing was from, probably wrapping paper or something like that. I painted it white and then I thought I'd cleverly put masking tape around it so I could paint nice straight lines for the red and the blue edges, and as I peeled off the masking tape it kind of took half, well, more than half of the actual white paint off, which actually worked out really well because it meant that when I went in with my PVA to make the crackle effect, you could see through it and I didn't have to give it a darker layer. I wasn't originally going to do the crackle effect, but I'm just really glad it happened. You know, as I say, turn each little error or disaster into a positive, and there you can just see the crackling coming already. Just going in with some currently my favourite gold paint and just doing some details on the balancing cylinders here. I love all the clown ones to appear as though that they're old, they're worn, they've been used for eternity. And I think I did this with these balancing cylinders here, give them a real aged look, as though they've been painted over again and again, worn, used, been through a lot of experience, put it that way. I just think aging things like this, including the clothes and the dolls, just adds so much character. I don't know why. If anyone could tell me why, please leave a comment, because I'm at a loss. Look at this, some nice white gloves. No, change my mind, going back to my old originals. They've been with me since the start. They are clean, well, as in they've been washed, but obviously they're very, very stained. Stained with creativity. There you go. I sprayed a face with Mr. Super Clear and just going in with Panpastels now to give the clown makeup effect. I really want this to, ironically, even though it is Panpastels like powder, I actually want it to look like powder, so I don't want a perfectly white, complete front of the face. I want it to look as though it's powder. She's put it on with her hands maybe. Yeah. I'm also using Derwent Inktense watercolour pencils here and some normal watercolour pencils. The Derwent Inktense really gives a lot more colour payoff, but for some of the colours I haven't got, I use normal watercolours. After spraying with Mr. Super Clear, you can see that the white fairly disappears, so I have to do a couple of layers of this until it comes to the white that I am satisfied with. It does mean sometimes going back over the original makeup, like the blue circles, the nose and the lips, but only a couple of times. And again, it all adds to the effect as though she's put powder on. I'm just working on the eyes now. Sometimes it really helps to actually turn the head upside down, just try and get it more balanced. I'm not sure how this works. I guess it's because when you look at it front off, you perceive it in a different way, and then when it's upside down, again, it's perceived in a totally different way. All helps to get the balance, I think. Pity I didn't do that for the pupils, as you'll see in a moment. But it's okay, because I had Mr. Super Clear on the coats beforehand. It meant that any mistakes I could just simply wipe off with a damp cloth. Here I'm using my favourite chunky wool, just separating it. It creates natural curls, and I also like to back comb it as well for clown hair, which is to make it even more wild. As you can see here, I'm starting the glue away from the forehead hairline because she's going to have like a hat on, which I want to sit fairly flat against the head. And if I had all this lovely bushy mane of hair, it may look a bit bumpy, a little bit too big. So yeah, that's why I started it there. I'm just using tacky glue here. Oh no, in fact, sorry, this one's PVA glue. I know it looks all messy here. It will dry clear, and I do put quite a few layers on, and then I do back comb it as well to make it really bouffant. I didn't show the process of making these shoes. You can see it in some of my other videos. It's basically heating up some warbler, which is like a thermoplastic, which gets soft after a heat applied, hence hairdryer, only for about 30 seconds, and then you can mould it into different shapes. If you don't quite get it into the shape that you want in time, you simply just heat it up again. So it's really good, handy stuff, especially for shoes. Thank goodness I used Mr. Super Clear, because as I looked at the doll, it reminded me a little bit of another clown that I know of, with the crookedness of the eyes. Can't quite think who. So I just go in with a damp towel. There you go, didn't. It's like an eraser, get rid of all your mistakes, and then you can just begin again. I do build up the colour of the irises using quite a few layers, using browns, a couple of different shades of browns, orange, yellow, just to give it almost a multicoloured effect. I wanted the expression on Coco the Clown to have a bit of a shocked sort of look, as though she's balancing on the cylinders. She may be falling. Has she got it right? Is she staying on? Ooh, you know, like ooh, kind of an expression. I'm balancing. Ooh, I'm gonna fall. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, I do have fun on my own here, working on these dolls. For the eyelashes, I like to use a dark brown and then going out so it's sort of lighter towards the edges, if you know what I mean, and then going in with black but not as long. So the black is quite near the base of the eyelashes. I'm just going in with normal faux art matte acrylic now, just putting some catch lights in the eyes. I've come to the conclusion that eyeballs aren't pure white in most cases. So here, as you can see, with the white highlight, you can really sort of see that, and I just think it helps my doll's eyes in particular just look more 3D. Going in with the absolutely fantastic finishing touch of gloss varnish over the eyes, a little blob on the nose, which I'll do for the clowns, and on the lips. If I can bear to part with her, she might be my Etsy shop soon, possibly. Just check it out every now and again anyway. It's Cabinet of Creations UK. Here we are, coming to the final steps now. I'm just doing some watered down black and just aging the material where, same as when you do the body blushing, where the creases are, the folds are, where maybe age would collect, so to speak, and dirt and whatnot, and just general wear and tear really. For her ruffle, again, that was pristine white, so I'm just going in with a wet paintbrush and then putting on some pastels on it. And because it's wet and when it dries, it sort of helps seal it in. When it does dry, you can just about see a slight discoloration of the white here through the pastels, and then going in again with my gold. This one's quite nice and gold and elegant, this clown, I think. Going in with some gold here, finishing touches, and here she is, Coco the balancing clown.